Oh my god, wait, what the fuck? Oh, I was on the wrong sound setting the whole time for the second half of that Metal Gear stream. Oh, shit. Hey, everybody. It's me. I'm back. I'm back in my regular place. It's good to be back. Also, the Booze is here. Hello, Booze. It's my Booze. Oh, he's the baby. Did you enjoy kissing Wooly on the mouth? I think you did. I gotta be honest, I am shocked that Wooly kissed this dog on the mouth. Fucking shocked. Astonished. That's crazy. Oh, what's that? The throw up girl. Oh, yeah. It's the throw up girl. She throws up. You know, the movie about the throw up girl. Ah, who's my little doggy? Guys, this dog. So first of all, I want to say we're back from Montreal. It was good to be there. Well, it was good to see people we liked there, right? So like Wooly and Punch Mom, incredible hosts, incredible hospitality, wonderful people. Every time we see them, we become closer. They're nice people. They're good people. I like them. Very nice. Also, they got to hang out with the dog and the baby, and that was so cool. Once again, can't believe Wooly kissed this dog on the mouth. Can't believe it. Literally can't believe it. What about Reggie? Oh, I love Reggie. Reggie's great. Reggie's just great. He got a high five from the baby. He was fucking stoked about it. Got to see family. That was great. They got to see new and improved baby. They got to meet Caboose. But the real star of the show, as you can see on the Wooly Versus streams that I was guesting on, is Caboose the dog. You thought he was chill? Well, of course he's chill when I put him in a bag. And I'm his papa. But what if little Caboose is with a bunch of new people and doesn't have a bag? What if he just... What if he just has a lap? He's just such a good guy. You're just such a good guy. You know that? Good for you, buddy. You're all. Silk Song listing is back. Okay, that's good. How was the dog on the plane? Well, we gave him some gabapentin, also known as dog tranquilizer. And as you can see from the usual state of the dog, he's pretty calm. So he was tranquilized. On the way back, he managed to escape his bag, like his carrier, and crawl up into my lap. And I held him in my lap for about 2 hours until the flight attendant was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. He has to be in the bag for safety reasons." And I'm like, okay. And they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, I know. Oh, I love him. Oh. Unfortunately, I have temporarily misplaced his papoose. We have 2 papooses, but they're floating around with all the traveling. So hey, I would like to, first of all, thanks, Wooly and Punch Mom. You guys are great. Glad to see Reggie. Glad to see Mom and Dad, my sister. That was really good. My cousin. Oh, I'm still not used to it. My nephew was so cool with the baby. He was way cooler with the baby than I was at his age. he was like excited to play with the baby, and they took some good photos, and he read to the baby. It was really good. I'm going to have some grandnephews in a decade or two. Here's my baby. Here's my little baby. Of course, we went down to, so one of the reasons that I'm like, oh, seeing the people we like was good is that, I don't know if you've been following the weather, but Paige, the baby, and the dog decided to go down to fucking Montreal in the middle of February and encountered a historic blizzard, a cataclysm of blizzard proportions. 70 centimeters in 2 days. For you Americans, that's 2 1/3 feet of snow into an urban metropolitan area in a 48-hour period. So that was a little not great that happened. But what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? I love you. Isn't he precious? So shockingly, we did not miss our flight. Our flight was like delayed for like an hour. And it was like, okay, whatever. Right? My dad got his truck and got us to the airport. That was really nice. But as we're taxiing down the runway, I'm like, oh, I should check Blue Sky, for memes before we go. Oh, that's a cataclysmic fucking plane crash in Toronto. Oh, here we go. We saw that during takeoff. That's the last play. I don't give a shit about flying. I don't get nervous about flying, right? I don't get. Paige is terrified. I should not have shown that to her. In hindsight, I should not have shown Paige. Hey, look! Did you see a plane crash in Toronto? And she was like, and I was like, that's crazy, huh? I forget that other people are afraid of planes. Oh. Hey, check this out. Oh, wait, hold on. Ugh. Okay. There you go. He's got his dog bed here. So he's going to be dog bedding over here. Yeah, better look. It's the throw up girl. What happened to the wheels? It's complicated to put on, and we need like a full day to do it, and we've been too busy. It's one of those things, you know? Good events on the trip. Overall, rough trip. You know when you get home from abroad and you're like, wow, I need a fucking vacation from traveling because I feel way worse than I do when I left. I feel way worse than I did when I left. Way worse. And let me tell you, hey, here's a pro tip. You may be a person that has children, and you may have family that's far away, and you're like, maybe we should travel to see those children. Sorry, see those old people. And you're like, well, it can't be too hard to travel with a toddler because, follow me here, traveling with an infant was surprisingly easy because infant just go in your lap and mom feed him from booby and you get car seat, you know. Traveling with toddler, not the same. Not the same, even a little. Would not recommend it. Would not recommend it to you. Would not recommend it to any human. So Stab of the Death Whisper says the toddler is a person now, and that's bad. So no, that's not even it. So let's say you're like me, and you have a really, really chill toddler, right? We have a really chill toddler. Our toddler is chill. Toddler, very chill, very cool. Laid back, friendly, all the good things. Okay? All right, now let's follow this up with where you're like, well, that's good, right? And it is. You know, little man barely had a problem on the plane. Right? He got a little grumpy at like one spot during both plane trips because he was sleepy. And then he fell asleep. Now, granted, he did, in fact, fall asleep like 25 minutes before landing both times, which is outrageous. It's outrageous. But, you know, he's doing his best. He's doing his best, right? But the real kicker here, the biggest kicker of all, is did you know that toddlers require 300 extra pieces of luggage to travel with? So the issue isn't that the baby was a problem. The dog was also not a problem. The issue is that now you're packing a car seat. You can't just meet someone at the airport who has a car seat. You need a car seat for the plane. Okay, add the car seat. Okay, now the diaper bag can't just be some diapers in your purse. Now it has to be a full fucking contraption that also contains all of their snacks and beverages. Okay. And just like their clothes aren't just little tiny baby onesies and a blanket and a little hat, right? It's also their shoes, their winter coat. They're not quite as heavy winter coat. Their change of clothes in case of pee. Like just their other change of clothes in case of pee. Like like it's just, oh my God. So like the hardest part of the whole trip was, okay, Paige, you will hold your purse, which is filled with travel stuff, and the child. Yes, I will be carrying the car seat, my CPAP machine, the baby bag, the dog carrier, while pushing the stroller, and the bag that I have my, like, you know, it's crazy. And it is just an issue of luggage. It is just an issue of luggage. To the point where flight attendants were helping us. And they're not supposed to help us. That because, they could get an injury and then they're not liable or, that kind of crap, right? But they looked at us and we had the whole family traveling around. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And then, right when we got to Vancouver and we were like, we're back. We're so back. We are so back. It feels so good to be here. The average person is nicer. The air is better. The air is better. The weather's nicer. We went and got some crazy good Indian food. Like, it was just like, yeah, we're so fucking back. We're so fucking back. And then right as we're leaving the plane, a guy wasn't paying attention and dropped his luggage on Paige's head before we got out of the plane. And it's hard enough that there was a wheel mark on her fucking forehead. She called it one final gift from Montreal. Did I laugh? No, I was like, what the fuck? We go to the hospital? No, it wasn't that hard. No, she's fine. But, it's the point of the thing. It's the point of it. It's the whole thing. Why's it always gotta be like this? Why is it always gotta be like this? Also, man, I don't know if you guys have ever, because like we there's this thing that happens where like we had such a good time. Like, we primarily hung out with Wooly and Punch Bomb, but we also got to see Reggie, and we also hung out with family, and like, you have that feeling where you're like, oh man, did we make the right decision moving so far away? That kind of thing, right? Oh no. Oh, what if we made the wrong decision? And then you like just stay like a little longer, and then you're like, yes, we did make the right decision. Yes, we did, 100%. 100%. Did I say the same thing almost word for word the last time you went back to visit them? Absolutely, 100%. But the main thing is that traveling with the toddler is too hard. And more than anything, it's too hard on the toddler. Like, he didn't sleep very well the whole time over there. Like, it was really rough on him. And with that being said, like we're probably not going to go visit Montreal again until like the kid's like a walking, talking human that like I can be like, hey dude, want to play Nintendo Switch games with dad on the plane? And he'll be like, I'll beat you. We've also hit a very particular phase in the child's development, which manifested in the worst possible scenario. We're in the airport. We're in the Vancouver airport, trying to put our bags down in front of our gate to get ready. And what we have discovered is that there's four behaviors you don't want your kid to do, but that they're gonna do, right? And it's natural and it's super normal, right? There's biting, there's fighting, there's climbing, and then there's running. So we knew we had a climber, and we've discovered the second behavior. We got a runner. So our child is a fast-moving, curious child. And we discovered this in the Vancouver airport terminal. So he's like, down, right? And I put him down, and whoa, there he goes. Oh my God. There he goes. And like Paige and I are chasing him, but we got to keep an eye on the dog. And like I turn around and Paige has the dog, and the dog is like bunny hopping. And the kid is like running around behind the desk of like a terminal at a gate where the gate agents stand. And Paige like can't bend down to pick him up because her back hurts because of all the fucking shit we're carrying. And so I'm like, oh fuck. And so I have to really fucking I have to fucking chase after him. And it's like, oh, though people were really cool about it. People think a cute little boy running around going, with dad just going, come back, is like really funny. It's really funny. It is, huh? So the good thing about that is that he gets his steps in, and it helps tire him out right before the plane. The last plane trip we took, he got all his steps in, and I pick him up, and he puts his head on my shoulder. I'm like, no, asleep. When did he fall asleep? Oh, of course. 10 minutes before boarding. So, to Paige's credit, we were able to transfer the boy to her, get on the plane, and then I installed the car seat, and we managed to get him in the car seat asleep. Like it happened. And then he woke up when his ears popped in the air. Whoa! Big raid! Is that Joey Anderson? Oh my God! Where's the Witcher 3 video, dude? Where is it? You can't say that? I'll say it again. I've been waiting forever for that fucking video. Those first two were great. I love that shit. I grinded out a bunch of fucking characters in FF14, that Witcher 1 and 2 video. That's good stuff over there. Oink now. No, we're not doing that. We do that later. Well, thank you, Joseph. I very much appreciate it. I've been, I didn't know that. Okay. I'm just teasing. My bad. Big fan of your work. Huge fan of your work. You are probably my favorite channel to put on in my window here when I need to grind some shit out. I don't know how you have the dedication to make that kind of content. Like, I don't know how to make any kind of content other than like sitting here with my dog and playing with my balls, and you guys can't see it because you can't see my right arm, right? You don't know what's happening. Like Joseph's out here doing theses and shit, and I'm at the airport with my wife. And I'm going, yo, we can see the pilots through the through the glass in the plane. And she's like, oh, cool. I'm like, yeah, you can see them start to jerk each other off a little bit. And Paige just hit me with the, oh my God, shut up, stop it. And what really killed me, so we were at the gate when I said this. So we're like 2 feet away from like 100 people. And what really fucked her on this, because she, like, there's only so mad your wife can get at you, is that there were 2 old guys sitting at the gate right next to us, and they started to lose their shit. Like, they were like coughing into their hands, like trying not to fucking like guffaw when Paige was like, oh my God, stop it. And it's like, you're fucked. When old people in your vicinity start laughing at your shenanigans, you can't be mad. There's no hope for that situation. You're not allowed to be mad. You're not allowed to do it. You can't get mad. We were just in the grocery store, and I picked out some bananas because the baby loves bananas, and Paige was like, oh, you know what? Can we switch these bananas for these other riper bananas? You know, just because they're riper. And I went, oh, okay, Banana Queen. Whatever you say, Your Majesty. And like a little old lady who was looking at plums started like, and like wandered away. Pat, she's not going to want to take you in public anymore. Hey, let me tell you, when we moved to BC, I don't know if Paige has ever talked about this. When we moved to BC, there was like a 3-4 month period in which I was not allowed to go to the grocery store with Paige. In which she banned me from going to the grocery store. It was, and then she'd complain that she bought too many groceries and that I should have helped her because they were heavy. And I'm like, but you told me I couldn't go to the grocery store. And then we would go together the next time, and then by the end of the day, she would ban me from the grocery store again. Like, we just went in this fucking circle. Because when we're in the grocery store, I just keep talking, and she wants me to stop, and I can't. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to stop talking. It's even when I'm not talking, Paige can hear me talking. She can hear me talking every day. All right, hey, let's thank some people, hey? And let's thank some people and get started. We're going to restart Avowed for a couple of reasons. The first of which is that I want to play the fucking game in first person. The second of which is that it'll be a very interesting use case for comparing me and Wooly and Reggie's streams. I think that's really fascinating. I am totally in love with the wild changes in tone based off of who is in the driver's seat when we were recording over at Wooly's place. I think it is fucking hilarious how different all that shit changes just based on who has the implied control. I think it's super funny. Avowed is very interesting to me because it's getting like a couple of mixed critical reviews, but on Steam it's very positive. And it appears from what I did play of it, is it appears that Obsidian has decided that they cannot make gigantic, full-scale AAA Skyrims. So what they have to do is focus on the shit that matters. And they've tried not doing full voice acting, and that's a mistake. So instead, for Avowed, what they've done is they've taken a lot of the simulation elements out of like town life. So like, you know, you go into a town and you try and attack people and they're just invincible. And they're like, yeah, you know what? You don't need that. It's not that kind of game. Like, okay. All right. So let's take a look. Also, I was a little bit rushing it because we had the 3-man situation and was a limited time offer. I was only there for so long, and that was already a double day. So Apehawk says they never advertised it as a sim game. Here's the problem. It looks like Skyrim, therefore people expect it to be that. And that's it. Right? That's it. That's it. Also, I think it's glad to be back under my regular lights. I think it's so funny that Woolly's setup isn't just tuned for black folk. It's tuned for not having white folk on the show. Like, it's super fucking funny. Right? And I bet if Wooly came into this room, he would probably be lit like shit. Right? Because this is set for me and Paige's skin tone, which is like almost exactly the same. Right? But it's just really funny. Hey, let's thank some Peepo. I want to thank Dalmic, Roctimus Prime, and Mr. Cruiser for subbing. Thank you. So did No Brev. Thank you. I love you guys. Hey. Hold on. We're going to be thanking some people. We got to have the star of the show here. Oh, there we go. We got the star of the show, Mr. Caboose. Petty gifted a sub. Thanks, Petty. Thank you. Kane Highwind 1990 sub. Thanks, man. Pat, 2 months subbed already. Just wondering, have you ever heard of a PlayStation 1 RPG called Kudelka? I do. I have heard of it. Literally just a Resident Evil game set in 1800s Europe, except with random battles instead of normal Resident Evil combat. Been playing it, and I don't know if it's good, but it's constantly been very interesting. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't heard about it. I have. Okay, buddy, you are just melting. You are just a melting little slop dog. Guys, if you have a melted little slop dog, make sure to give them lots of kisses. Oh, no. The other thing about Kudelka is I believe it is technically the first game in the Shadow Hearts timeline. I think the events of Kudelka directly lead to Shadow Hearts, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Shitsy kicked in a sub. I got this game early on Game Pass, and it's been great. Hope you enjoy it. They sent me this game for free. I asked for it on Keymailer, and they were like, you have a big Twitch account. Here you go. And I went, yeah. But also, I usually get most of Obsidian stuff for free because I love them. But I still backed all their projects. Spider-Man kicked in a sub. Thank you. Joe just came back from a 2-week vacation in the Caribbean. After my totally normal trip, I've come to realize I may not be straight, but in fact may be an Xbox. Cool to see you visiting Wooly. Oh, well, good for you on the dick stuff. That's more options. There's at least one more option. Nanaki FF14 kicked in a sub. Thanks, man. Gun. We go on gun build? You fucking know it, man! How many of these first-person RPGs do you get to play a fucking gun wizard? None. But you could in Pillars 1 and 2, which I did! I forgot my name, 89 sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. Kai9 kicked in $5. Thanks, Kai. New job going well. Offices are nice. And the mandate of heaven is mine. Gonna watch Yojimbo 4K with some friends and then play Heart of the Machine. New sci-fi 4X game in early access. It's fun. Okay, you know what? I'm going to check that out. Heart of the Machine, you called it? Heart of the Machine. What's it look like? It looks like it's not for me. Mr. Tyler subs says, hi, Pat. Love you. I love you too, Tyler. Peeps FGC sub says, hey to my favorite ginger bald man. Thank you for being funny. That's too specific. You know, like when I tell my wife, you know what? You're my favorite wife that I have. And she goes, I think we were laughing ourselves silly over the idea of me being like, oh, I love you, Paige. I love you so much, first wife. And then is I'll never forget you. If you die and I remarry and my new wife is like, where do you want to be buried next to? I'll say her, but I'll mean you. That's true love. Master Van sub says, nice. Thanks, Master Van. Mr. Boris Makarov kicked in a sub to say 8 years. That is 96 months of subs. I believe Mr. Boris Makarov is the longest running subscriber. I believe he subscribed on the first stream that it became active when I was playing FF15. I use his subscriptions as the calendar for how long I've been doing it. I've been streaming for 8 years? It doesn't seem like I have. It seems like I've been streaming for like 3 years. I'm spacing out says this anti-woke shit is literally in every Steam game form to the point where you can't even find out information about the game. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know what it's too granular now. It's like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 takes place in like maybe the single whitest period in human history, with a bunch of fucking like Czech good old boys, and then there's like 2 guys that kiss for like one cuss scene, and there's like a singular black guy who's like part of like a Christian kingdom, and you're like no, and it's like, guys, you like, if you limit yourself to the specific like hyper narrow field of values that you have for your art, you're going to run into a problem. And that is, you don't agree. Most people don't agree with most of the things that most artists think, like calling themselves artists. Ugh. Like I've had a huge amount of personal value derived from playing the Like a Dragon / Yakuza games and going, man, these dudes are fucking nuts! What? Oh man. Neon Light sub to say, oh no. Mr. Rocket subbed. Congrats, you've unlocked child type parkour. Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. It's very bumbling. Oh, hey. Joseph Anderson raided with huge raid. One of the biggest raids I've ever gotten. Thanks, Joseph. How'd you guys know that Joey was gonna raid me? He was talking about it. Did he say anything nice about me? Was he like, oh, that's Pat, he seems cool? Or was it like, oh, look at this bald fuck streaming Avowed. Oh, we should raid him because he's so bald. You're on his target raider list now? Oh yeah, he said you look old and tired. I got kids now. Is it gay to drink water? Yeah, dude. There's fucking those dicks in there at some point. It's holeostasis. Holeostasis. It's the stasis of your hole. All right. Oh, fuck. That's dumb. That's fucking stupid as shit. Kai9 kicked in $5. Thanks, man. Have you landed well? To be fair, you're flying Canada to Canada. I feel like any travel I do out of the country from now on has to be driving to the nearest Canadian airport and then to my real destination. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take a flight anytime soon down south. Y'all are having a few troubles with that. So to those of you who have to travel via the air, stay safe. Stay safe. Say all the prayers you need. Bugbed gifted 5 subs. Thanks, Bugbed. I love you. Oink. That's oink from the devil. Thank you. Zundel sub. Thanks, Zundel. Oh, that's a Joseph Anderson emote. I can't see it on my Stream Elements thing, but it says JPH. So thank you. Edgy Salad sub. Thank you, Edgy Salad. Appreciate it. Kai9 kicked in $5. Thanks, Kai. So you, Paige, Willie, and Reggie are two of my favorite comedic dynamics ever. By far, my favorite moment you and Paige ever had was when she told you to stop talking about Metal Gear Solid and then said, stop explaining Metal Gear Solid with your eyes. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember hearing that ever, but that's pretty funny. Hey, Mango Shroomy. Hey, what's up, bro? You mentioned the last time Avowed is a sequel of sorts to the Path of Eternity games. Can I still enjoy Avowed without playing those? So it is a direct sequel to Pillars of Eternity 2. This game should genuinely be called Pillars of Eternity 3. Spin-off or not, whatever. That being said, I have no doubt you will be able to play and enjoy everything that you need to playing this game by itself because of the codex system. Like, you know, hey, what's this? And then people explain it to you. I don't need any of those codex entries because I know all of them already, right? But still, yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. Tall Guy with a Hoodie kicked in $5. Thanks, Tall Guy. Apologies if somebody else asked this before. But I know at one point there was a Civ 7 stream planned. Was that canceled due to mega sickness, bad initial reviews, all of the above, or something else? Keep it the good work. Travel plans overlapped. I was very ill for multiple weeks, and the initial reviews were fucking terrible. And then I asked my good friend Darius, Space Captain Crone, who is my go-to guy. First of all, he's my co-tank when I play FF14, so I trust him. Like, you know, like he's got me. And he is also the guy I know who is the biggest 4X fiend, right? And so I was like, "Hey, Darius, what's up with Civ 7?" And he's like, it's... I forget what he said exactly, but he's like, it's really different. You know, like, not quite best season ever, right? But like, they're like, right? And I was like, all right, I'll wait on that shit. Steb the V kicked in a sub. Pirate Yakuza coming in a few days. To think I've been subbed to you since Yakuza 7. That's not that crazy, Steb. The games come out every 10 months. like they just come out over and over and over. Mask of Michael kicked in 500 bits. According to my calculations, if Goku and Chi-Chi just kept having kids after Gohan was born, they'd have 6 children when Z starts, 12 by the time of Boo, and 25 when Oob comes along. So there's this thing that happens, and it's called your wife getting tired of being pregnant. I don't know if you know about it. Many wives are tired of being pregnant at about the 7th or 8th month of the first child. However, something really interesting happens. So my mom, some people might know this. When you or your wife gets pregnant, your mom will come out and she will have said, "Oh, pregnancy was so easy. It was so blah blah blah." And then as soon as you are pregnant and you relate some symptom, your mom will be like, "Oh yeah, it was so awful. Oh, I was in so much pain in my feet. Oh," and you're like, where was this? Right? Where was this shit? Right? And what it turns out that once the baby is out, some kind of thing starts to happen where girls start to forget parts of the pregnancy being tough. So like Paige, when she had our boy, had like a lot of back trouble. She had like nerve pain, and she was like walking with a cane, and she couldn't eat meat for 5 months without getting sick, right? And as soon as that baby was out, she was like, "Oh, I loved being pregnant. It was wonderful. It was so magical." And I'm like, "What about all that stuff?" And she's like, "Oh, it's fine. It's fine." It has to be evolutionary. It has to be like not on purpose, but it has to be that people that forget about the bad parts of pregnancy tend to get pregnant again. Right? I'll tell you what, though. Paige was the zenest woman I've ever known in my life when she was pregnant. It was like the most... She was so fucking chill. She was so laid back. She was so like fucking, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, you know? Like her purpose was clear. The path forward was right there in front of her. Oh, man. But her back hurt. Her feet hurt, and meat made her throw up. And I gave her gestational diabetes. So like a couple months ago, they found out, hey, guess what? You know the placenta, the baby covering? That's my organ. That's Dad's organ. Your stuff builds that. So all the stuff that can go wrong with that, that's Dad did that. So like gestational diabetes and preeclampsia and all that shit, Dad did that. That's my placenta. And that explains that when Paige got gestational diabetes, she was suddenly overwhelmed by a literally once in a lifetime craving for sweets and candy and chocolate. She had literally never felt that once in her entire life. But once she had Pat 2 in there, all of a sudden she was like, "I want ice cream!" Like, seriously. And I was like, Do you think I might have had anything to do with that? It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I'm just saying it's possible. And yeah, Paige says as soon as the placenta was gone, all of her tastes reverted back to regular Paige. Like instantaneous. Pregnancy sounds crazy. It's so this is obviously Paige's story and her burden to bear and her cross to explain and all that. Pregnancy is so much crazier than you have any idea. Because we were well read and we're well educated, and we would go to like talk to our doula or like go to like a baby class, and like literally every single piece of information you learn is the craziest thing you have ever learned in your entire life. Like, listen. Like this is one of my favorites, right? So like, you know how they're like, hey, make sure to get all your prenatal vitamins, right? And you make the reasonable assumption that the reason you take prenatal and natal vitamins is so that the baby grows up big and strong. No, it's because one of the things that is in prenatals is calcium, right? The reason you're taking calcium supplements is because the baby is going to get the calcium it needs no matter the fuck what. And if it needs to pull that calcium out of your fucking bones and teeth, it's going to do it. So you're taking supplements so that you have so much excess calcium that the baby doesn't cause your teeth to fall out. It's crazy. It's bananas. Hey, Amadeus, sorry, I'm kind of hemming and hawing. Hey. Oh. Do you remember when I carried you in my womb and you tried to steal my teeth? That dog's hilarious, man. When did you and Paige decide you wanted a child? Oh, we had wanted it for a long time. Paige knew the day she met me because she felt the flutter in her egg carrier, and she was like, that man. She saw the coffee can bed. And she's like, I need. That's how it happened. Hey, New Millenniums. Oh no, that's the wrong person. Amadeus guy sub says, Heart of the Machine's good. One of the major victory conditions is to unleash an army of trained war velociraptors on the city. Oh, that is cool, actually. Yeah. Marvel actually knew it. I was in a grocery store. Marvel, I told the story before. I don't know. For Paige, I think it's when she knew that she wanted to be my wife. She also knew she wanted to be the mom of future Pat. But for me, there was a really specific moment where I heard a little baby laugh in a grocery store when me and Paige were doing groceries. And instead of going, ew, I went, aw. And then I went, oh. And then I went, oh. Right? As much as you want to believe that you are an independent, thinking, logical person, your biology is still going to have an effect. Right? You are chemicals. Creamy chemicals. Like cum. All right. New Millennium subbed. It was your original Pillar stream that led me to your old oh my god. That led fucking led me gross. Led me to you in the old channel in the first place. Wild to still be here all these years with the release of Avowed. Hope you have fun with it. Thank you. So I'm gonna, in my off time, I'm gonna be ping-ponging between Avowed and Kingdom Come Deliverance. 21 Zackage sub, playing Alan Wake playing Alan Wake 2 for the first time, and I can't get past the idea of everyone around him knowing Alan is a writer, but not necessarily a good one. You know, he's a writer. Did you know that? He's a writer. Brass Narwhal sub. Haven't been able to make it to streams lately, but the VODs have been great. Thanks, Pat. I had to export the fucking VOD from Woolie's channel twice! Because the fucking music he uses for his trash intro just trips YouTube every fucking time. Korororororo, thank you. No bad guy sub. Nope, still got nothing witty. Cheers, dude. Thank you. Paige still hasn't uploaded any of her VODs for the past month. Yeah, Paige. When are you going to get on that, Paige? Hey, sweetie pie. When are you going to put your VODs up? Sweetheart, darling? Pookie? Schnookums? How many New Vegases are missing? Is it just one? I think it's just one New Vegas. When are you learning to drive or cook or clean or do anything normal? Okay, I'm not going to learn how to do any of those things normal, Paige. And also, I got my L. Now that we're back, I need to set up my driving appointments. Okay? I can't wait for Paige to nag me to fucking learn how to drive for 5 years, and then the instant she gets into a car, she's going to be like, I can't do this. Get out of the car, let me drive. You know it, right? You know it's gonna, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be driving, and she's gonna be like, I can't handle this. Go to hell, Pat. Pat can only drive for emergencies. So we're probably not going to vodify the Am I the Assholes. The New Vegas ones are the important ones. Monkey Time Lord sub. So did Sound Void. Thank you. Appreciate it. Kai9 kicked in $5. Thanks, Kai9. The funniest thing about the anti-woke shit is the KCD dev guy, Vavra, used to be considered to pass the arbitrary purity test, but even the slightest deviation out of it, and they're losing and driving away one of the few good luminaries. Yeah, no, so like Kingdom Come Deliverance had this entire thing around its release about the main dev is like kind of an asshole, and how the game was like so white and so like not right wing, but like kind of like Deus Volt fantasy shit. And so even just the most minuscule form of inclusion in the sequel, which is apparently fantastic, kicks them off the list. And it's like, guys, that list is gonna get real small. Like real small, you know? He's the kind of guy who owns a liberal tears mug. All right, well, if he keeps making games like this, then he can fucking drink out of any fucking mug he wants. Because fucking it's good shit. Mr. Mega Jackpots kicked in a sub. Thank you, Pat. When are you going to stop streaming from our male surviving space? Never. So why the gay kiss? Well, you see, having sex with women is really the most homosexual thing you could do because men have been in there, probably. So really, the straightest thing you can do is platonically kiss the homies. Obviously. It's platonic. Earth Rester, Pibble Punk, and Rip Big Puss all subscribe. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Mr. Jammer 99 subs says, howdy, Pat. Hey, man. How you doing? Also, one of the points that should be said is that if you're like all like Western culture and all that, and you love the Romans and all that shit, you know what you should do? You should kiss your friends. You know how like Italian Romans said hi to the bros with their tongue. They didn't give a shit, man. Bro, is it gay to wrestle your bro naked in olive oil? The Romans didn't think so. The Romans also thought that the Germans were like too stupid to like form a coalition of tribes. And that like the French and the Greeks spoke gibberish. They thought they spoke gibberish. Not that it was even a different language, but that it was gibberish. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Darizon Graham sub. Thank you. Pat, how does it feel to know the new Like a Dragon and Monster Hunter are going to need to share screen space because there's no way we can turn down either one of them? What's wild is that despite my long history of love for the Like a Dragon series, Monster Hunter are the people that reached out to me recently. And they're going to probably send me a gift basket with goodies. And then I'm going to be like, I got a gift basket because I love Monster Hunter. Let's play Monster Hunter. Also, I got a gift basket, so take my opinions with a grain of salt. You'd think it would fucking matter if they sent me a fucking solid gold ingot. It would. But they're not sending me a solid gold ingot, so... Do you remember what fucking... game dev website, not game dev. There was a gaming journalist website that was sponsored by Microsoft that Arthur Gies worked at. What was it called? The Point V something. Not One Up. No. Who was it? Not The Verge. It was God, what was it? Polygon. It was Polygon. Was it Polygon? Wirecutter, no. Polygon. It was Polygon. It was Polygon. And they put up this big video about how they got lots of sponsors and how they had this independent backing to make Polygon, and Polygon was going to be the best video game journalism website ever. And part of that was that they got, I think it was either $40,000 or $80,000 from like a different branch at Microsoft for like web development, like as a direct sponsor. And they did a bunch of reviews, and it seemed that they were very biased towards Xbox games. And I think it was the head editor at the time was like, do you really think that we would sell out our editorial integrity for like $80,000 in a website? Yeah, I would. What do you like? A lot of people would. You fucking yes, I think that. I'm not even judging you. I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate the question that's posed sarcastically, but the answer is just yes. Like, what do you think? I'm fucking stupid? Yeah. Yeah. I think you're fucking stupid. That's why I'm acting this way. Because I think you're a dum-dum. Which site was it that talked shit about Gerstmann not liking Fallout 4 when journalists were on video wearing Pip-Boys? I believe that was Polygon also, but I'm not certain. Pleblu kicked in a sub. Thanks, Pleblu. You know what's funny? You go back to hear Gerstmann talk about Fallout 4, like on the Bombcast, and he's like, he actually liked it quite a deal. Oh, is Rooster Teeth? Oh, that's really funny. Oh man, I wish I was there then. That would have been a fun fucking experience. You're wearing fucking Pip-Boys! You fucking chills? Give me one! But listening to Gerstmann talk about Fallout 4 is like his number one complaint was that it was so buggy during the review period that literally every single time he hit the A button, he thought the game was going to crash. Like, that's it. Like, it's the whole, he played for like 90 hours, and what dropped the review like 2 points was every single time I touch or interact anything, it feels like the game is going to crash. Fishmonger subbed. Learning the Godot game engine. Easy to forget that every video game is duct taped together, massive black magic, and crushed dreams. I love it. Oh, yeah, it's a fucking mess. Jumbo Crunchy sub. Thanks, man. Hey, Pat, glad to see you playing Avowed. I've been really enjoying it. I missed your first stream with Wooly and Reggie. Why are you starting over? Sorry if you already explained this earlier. Happy streaming. I didn't pay much attention, and I kind of rushed through it, and we had to play it in third person, which I think makes that game look like shit. That's it. That's the reasons. And Gypsy Snarf sub. Thanks, Gypsy Snarf. I love you. I love you, Gypsy Snarf. Kiss you on the mouth, but you gotta get 5 subs. That's too low. Can I say 20 subs? Can we take that back a little? I'm not a whore, I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, that's it. That's how it goes. Yeah, that's the one. I can't believe that Wooly and Reggie both have crazy motion sickness. They seek it out. They're like, give me the sickness. Thank you. All right. Oh. My son? My son. Oh, my son. Hold on. While we do this, do you have anything to say? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he's just a baby. He's just, guys, I don't know if you know this, but he's just a baby. He's just a baby. He's just a baby. Oh, I love him. All right. You want to meet that fucking dog? Yeah, he's pretty awesome, dude. Though there was a very depressing. Oh, Pibblepunk Zangief died. I don't mean to break it to you, but Zangief passed away. We got Caboose a little while afterwards, and he's a rescue. That's why his legs are all crippled and shit. We had kind of been planning to pick up a crippled stupid dog, regardless. But you know, That's why he's an angel in the emotes and stuff. All right. The game can't be heard. You know why I did? Because I did this. Game still can't be heard. Fuck me. Hey, by the way, shout out to Avowed for not booting correctly on 3 separate PCs. Isn't that fucking great? Isn't that fucking sick ass? It's fucking awesome. Yeah, kick everything the fuck up. Frame gen? Nah, man. Low latency, give me that boost. Give me that epic quality, bro. Give me that. Game. Crotch mode. Toggle my crotch. I want to toggle it. Can I turn this up? I can. No, I didn't say that. Audio. That's fine. Interface. This is all fine. I don't see anything incorrect about this. I don't think they'll let me use PlayStation buttons because it's an Xbox game. By the way, I have a 4090. I saw somebody asking me about that. I have a 4090. So if there's games that are coming out, I'm not worried about it. So we have this loaded game, but that's fine. Yeah, that was an hour and 15 minutes. That was a very short time with this game. Well, I think about the fucking 5,000 cards. I think they're pointless.
A world where mortals live, die, and are reborn.
How was my Wilds benchmark? I crushed it.
The wheel, in a cycle of
Let me know if this is too loud.
Watched over by the gods. Our gods, some of whom love us more than others. Your home, the Adiran Empire.
Could be louder. It's a touch loud. Go fuck yourselves, everyone.
Our Lady of Law and Vengeance, the burned queen. But our goddess has lately turned
How's
her
that,
eyes
bitches?
from us, and our empire has suffered revolts, famines, challenges to rightful rule. We lack a common purpose, but we could find it in the living land.
I'm probably going to keep everything in this computer as is until it fucking ruptures.
Wanderers, exiles.
Right? And then get a brand new top to bottom computer in like 4 years. Something like that.
The more the land fights back. And now, as our colonists crowd into Paradise, the last safe city, the locals find themselves
Dialogue's low to
out.
me?
Many years
I don't know.
ago,
I can't tell. You people
were
lie.
born to a family in our Adiran Empire.
You all lie.
And in a rare turn of the wheel, you came into this world a godlike.
Oh my god, I thought that was my baby.
God in the womb.
This is a Pat game. This and Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 are Pat games.
You grew up.
Cause Yakuza and Monster Hunter are coming, man.
Potential and an opportunity.
What, you're gonna tell me to not play a fucking full LP of a Like a Dragon game? Are you fucking insane? Are you fucking insane?
Our empire and name you my envoy. Venture forth in the name of your homeland and secure our future.
I did drop LJ. Oh, you mean Judgment? Guess what? That's not a Like a Dragon game. You see here. Hey, all right. Let's start with this gingy man here. Yeah, let's ginge him. So we could be a human or an elf. Well, elf, I liked elves in the first game. Skin tone. These are all just darker than where I started. It knew what was going on. Let's just start me off there. Am I gonna go Fungus Boy? Yeah, more or less, bro. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, I'm tired. I'm a little sad boy. I'm a little pudgy cheekso. Did I play either Pillars of Eternity games? I've played both Pillars of Eternity games extensively. I love those games. They are the defining. They are like some of the defining features of my willingness to play games that people don't care about. See, that's too much. That covers the whole face. This, you can still see a little bit of the juice. But like, do I want the cornucopia? I love that disgusting mushroom shit. I think that's great. I think being a disgusting mushroom freak is awesome. How do I feel about butterscotch? It's okay. So you could just make a character that's like, oh, I have a little thing on my forehead, but not me. Not me. You can only be a mushroom godlike. That's the only mushroom godlike you can be like. I'm losing my hair, but luckily, the mushroom man is here to save me. You know, I gotta say, now that I've lost the ability to see most of my face, I've decided to style my beard a little bit.